Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start with doubt. So if you have any doubt, you can send the screenshot in the chat box. Okay. Yes, someone raised their hand.
We have to send the screenshot or just speak the question number.
Yeah, send the screenshot. That will be better so that I can copy and paste it in my screen.
Okay.
So yes, this is a recorded session. You can find the recording on YouTube. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Ma'am, my doubt is there in the chat.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am, is this video being recorded?
Yeah, this is recorded. So you can
Um,
find the YouTube link.
yeah,
in your
but
account.
when I'm going on that calendar, I'm not finding the YouTube link.
Okay, let me ask them.
You can subscribe to the official channel of IIT Madras, and then you will
Al-
get the notification of all the videos.
There is the live
yeah.
class in IIT Madras official channel.
Also, you can just search on YouTube IIT Madras Maths 1 live session. You can find the live session there itself. Okay. So what's your
Okay,
doubt
ma'am.
in this question?
Can
In
you
this?
tell how this formed from this formula? I mean, sir just did it all in his head and then, it's the stepwise. I just wanted stepwise how it got formed.
Okay. So here, what is our goal? So our goal is to find the distance of the point P from the line L having the equation Ax plus By is equals to C. So this green one is the line L. So this is the line L and this is the point P. So what we want to find out? We want to find out this distance. So what he says is we have to use the idea that we will make a right angle triangle first and then we will use a Pythagoras theorem to find the distance. Okay, so what he did, he uses this first right angle triangle and this is the second right angle triangle. Okay. So then what you need to do, we need to find out this particular length, right? So this is the base of each right angle triangle. So what we can do, we can have the coordinate of point P of x comma y and use the line 2. So for that, I guess he used the formula of area. So here he
Yeah,
didn't
area.
uses the concept of right angle triangle. Here I think he uses the formula of area. So here he says that area is actually equal to 1 by 2 of x1 minus c by b. Oh, what is this? This b is by a type of thing, I guess, that, right?
Y2 minus Y3. I mean, the general formula is there below the graph.
Sorry, what? Yeah, this is na. So area of PQR. So area of PQR is actually 1 by 2 times of QR multiplied by PM. Yeah, so basic height into base thing. This is the triangle. So then what is the length of these two points are. So this is the y-intercept of the line. So sorry, this will be the x-intercept of the line. So if your line is looking like ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, then the x-intercept means that value of x where y is becoming 0, right? So if you simply substitute y is equals to 0, you can find the value. So if you take y is equals to 0, you will get ax plus c is equals to 0. So that is ax, x is equals to minus c by a. So this is your x-intercept of the line. Similarly, you can find out the y-intercept. So the two coordinates or two vertex of this particular triangle is minus c by a of 0, and this one is 0 comma minus c by b. Okay, so then we know that the area of triangle PQR we can compute. So this is the point of vertices x comma y. So we also have, if you want to use that, that's also fine. Or else we can divide it into m and then we can find out. So m is the height actually. Okay, so here he uses.
Okay. Then QR from the
Yeah, so QR we can find out just by distance between 2 points. PM we need to figure out what is that. But PM is actually equals to 2 times, yeah, so we can use this thing. So this stuff is clear, right? How we got the coordinate of triangles, 2 coordinates.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So from here, the area of a triangle PQR is equal to 1 by 2 of QR multiplied by PM. And PM is the thing we need to find out. So from this formula, you can substitute the value, you can get the value of PM. So PM is actually twice of area of that triangle PQR multiplied by the length of QR. Sorry, upon the length QR, because we are taking QR over the left hand side. So this upon QR. So this is known to us. We have to figure out the area of triangle PQR. Okay, so for that, he uses what is the area of triangle PQR is okay. It's 1 by 2 x1 minus c by b. Plus, what is x1 and y1 here is? X1, y1 is
X1 and Y1
coordinates
is
of
X and Y.
P. So here
Yeah.
he uses the usual formula of area of triangle. So we know that area of a triangle can be given by, suppose we have triangle PQR. So this can be find out by that formula, right? X1 there, x1, x2, x3 are there, and with this we have y2 minus y3, right? Y3 minus y1 and y1 minus y2. Okay, so if you apply that formula, you will get this particular thing. 1 by 2 x1 minus c
Yes.
by b minus c by a.
Yeah, I understood
And
that.
then you can just
After
simplify.
After that part.
Yeah, so once we get that, we'll
C,
substitute both
AB,
values over
comma.
here. Okay, so let's see what happens after. So you just have to substitute back in the formula. So we want to find out PM, right? So PM is actually twice of area of triangle upon the value QR, right? So area of a triangle is something like this, which is so if you
Yeah,
take
how did that come out? When I tried it, it didn't happen.
oh, it didn't come out like that. Let's see.
I mean, he said that he took something common like A, B. I didn't understand
Okay.
that part.
Hello.
Okay. So it's something like minus c by b minus c by a of y1 plus c by b, right? So if you, so one thing is you can take modulus of c common. You can also take, okay, so why this plus is here? Yeah, fine. So you just have to simplify. I think we can get that.
Hello, am I audible?
Okay, so I'll unmute. You guys cannot mute yourself now. So, let's see. So it's the modulus of, so I am taking LCM. So LCM will be AB. Okay, so here in this term we have B, so we have to take care of A. So that means this is minus CA of x1. And this is here we have A in this term, but we don't have B. So we have to take minus of BC of y1. And here plus and minus will get -1. Here we have B as well as A. So C will remain as it is. Okay. So that means we can take common AB. So modulus of AB is there. And we can also take common minus C. So you can take common of minus C. And as minus C come out after the modulus, you can write it down C itself. So what you will get here, you will get AX1 plus BY1 plus C. Is that okay now?
Yes, ma'am. I posted my doubt on the chat itself.
Yeah, just wait a second. Yeah, is that okay to you? Who asked this doubt? I forgot the name. Yes, Hiba, is that okay now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Can you
Yes,
just
ma'am.
display that screen again? I'll just take a screenshot.
Yeah. Just take the LCM and you can take common C and AB. That's all. Then substitute back the values of area of triangle in that QR.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the question you just now solved, ma'am, from where you are taking?
So
Ma'am, is
this
it
is no,
from
this is the actually doubt from the lecture. So she has doubt from the lecture. So that's why I have taken. Okay. So now can you guys stop sending the screenshot because if I have too many questions now. So I'll
Ma'am,
start with Amit.
activity told, ma'am. Activity told.
Sorry, what?
Activity told the question.
Yeah, I'll come to that too. So I have a lot of screenshots here. So first, let's go through those things. Okay, I'll call out the name. You guys can unmute yourself and I can discuss your doubt. So you have sent one screenshot, right? So this one. So I'll copy it. So this is another question we have. So given a point, I hope this screen is visible to everyone, right?
You
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
see the question.
Okay, so this is the question. So given a point and a line, choose the correct, the distance of point and the line. Okay, so it's just a formula based question. Whatever formula we got here, you just have to apply this formula and that's all. You don't need to do anything else. The line is given to you, the value of ABC is given to you, point is given to you. Just apply this particular formula, you can get your answer. Okay, so here you just have to apply that formula, that the distance PM is actually equal to the modulus of AX1 plus BY1 plus C upon under the root of A square plus B square. Okay, you just have to apply the formula here. There is nothing in this question logically, right? The equation of line is given to you. So that is the value of ABC is already given to you and X1, Y1 is also given. Just have to substitute and find the answer. Okay, is that okay, Amit?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you tried this question?
I will try once more. Yeah.
Okay. So these two doubts are okay. Now let's go to the next one. So this is the next doubt.
Yes, ma'am. I have doubt in the options given as the answer.
Okay, so if two lines L1 and L2 with slope M1 and M2 are inclination alpha and alpha 2 is greater than alpha and respectively intersect each other and make angle theta, then use angle phi, then which of the following is are correct? Okay, so what's your doubt in this question? Which option is not correct?
Just a second. I am checking what was the answer. I forgot it. Just a second.
So tan theta is tan alpha 2 minus tan alpha 1. Okay, just apply a formula here so that we can check, right? So tan theta. So here they have a note that theta is actually alpha 2 minus alpha 1. So that is equal to tan of alpha 2 minus alpha 1. So we just have to apply the formula. So tan A minus B actually equal to tan A minus tan B upon tan A plus upon 1 plus tan A into tan B. So if you apply that formula, so tan alpha 2 minus tan alpha 1 upon 1 plus tan alpha 1 into tan alpha. 10 alpha 1 into 10 alpha. Okay, so they are saying it's not equal to m1 minus m2 upon m1 m2. But what is m1 and m2? Respectively intersect each other. Okay, slope is actually m1 and m2. And inclination respect. Okay, so the inclinations are alpha 1 and alpha 2. Intersect each other and make an acute angle theta. Okay, so that is something like this. We have two lines. Yes, I can draw over here.
What is the difference between slope and inclination?
I think it's the same. I hope it's the same.
Oh.
So let's see. So suppose these are the two lines. And they are intersecting, right? So they say that making acute angle theta. So if the angle theta, and they are saying that theta is equals to alpha 2 minus alpha 1. So this will be your alpha 2 angle, and this should be your alpha 1. Right? So ultimately that 10 alpha 2 should be equal to m2. And 10 alpha 1 should be equal to m. I
Ma'am,
guess yeah.
so I was having the doubt that in our senior secondary we have learned that the formula is mod of m1 minus m2. But here in the lecture there was not specified like we have to use the mod. There was just like if you are having tan theta, then it will be the value will be different, and tan phi will be having the minus value of that. So the mod should not come. That was my doubt.
Yeah, see, mod should not come because what happened? Ultimately, we change the angle. So that means 10 pi plus theta is like pi plus theta is there. Then it's actually equal to 10 theta. But if you have 10 of pi minus theta, then it's equal to minus of 10 theta. So we take care of the angle. So we are not taking modulus because of this trigonometric rule, right? You
So
know
if we
that
have a
formula.
general question in which we have just asked about like a relation between the slopes of a line, then which formula we should prefer to apply? Like if nothing is mentioned.
So first of
So
all, one thing is if you have so you can use both of the formula. If you have explicitly 2 points, then you can use this formula. But if you have the information of angle, you have to use tan theta.
no, I'm asking about that relation between slopes of two line, m2 minus m1 minus m2. This formula.
This one.
Yeah. So
Okay.
general formula, what should we use? m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1?
So it's actually depend on the values. So for example, whatever alpha 2 is bigger. So if alpha 2 is bigger, so in this case they are written alpha 2 is bigger. So then m2 minus m1 you should use. And if alpha 1 is bigger, then other way around. But it's actually not clear here.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Mhm.
ma'am, sorry to interrupt, but I think the formula depends on the angle, acute
Yeah,
angle or
acute
obtuse
angle
angle.
or yeah. So
Obtuse.
if they ask about this angle theta, then you have to use alpha 2 minus alpha 1. But if they ask about the other angle, then you have to use the other form,
Ma'am, I think in case of obtuse angle, it will be m1 minus m2,
minus m2.
and in case of acute
Mhm.
angle, it will be m2 minus m1.
So I guess because of this reason, you have to use two different formulas. Because see, the angle between two lines are actually not a clear thing. So suppose this is one line, and this is another line. These two, red one and that yellow one. Then there are actually two angles. One angle is this one, which is obviously less than 90 degree, right? And another angle is something else. So actually there are four angles, but yeah. So which angle you need to answer? It's depend on the question. But no matter what, they won't ask, give you such a confusing type of question. Okay, they will explicitly mention which angle you need to
Okay,
answer.
ma'am.
Okay, something
Thank
like
you.
that. Like theta is given to be alpha 2 minus alpha 1. Something like that
Yes.
information will be given.
Okay,
Because it
ma'am.
doesn't make sense if we ask a random angle. There are actually four angles are forming. So,
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
okay. So yeah, you guys can put your thoughts in between if you think something, because it will be a good discussion. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So in a zoo, there are six Bangla white tiger, eight. Okay, so this is question from week 1, right? So out of these triangles, 5 images, 10 are Bangla triangle. Find the number of female tiger. Okay, so I'm not going to answer this question. It's just pasted this? Fine. I'm going to Ishan's doubt now. Just give me a second to copy it. Okay, so this is the question of activity. So yes, Ishan, what's your doubt in this question? Have you tried to solve it?
I do not understand this question.
So here it says that a plane begins to land when it is at the height of the 500 meter.
The
Yeah.
previous question. I also have doubt on that question.
This question?
Yes.
So so where you find this question? Is this from activity practice?
I think it is from activity practice.
Which activity?
One graded assignment.
Week 1 graded assignment questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Week 1 graded.
So it says that so there are 6 Bangla white tigers, and 8 Bengal loyal tigers. Okay, loyal tigers. Out of these tigers, 5 are male and 10 are either tigers or males. Find the number of female Bangla. What is this? Okay. So see, there are 2 types of thing is given. One is the 6 Bengal white tigers and 8 Bengal loyal tigers. So you can say that there are 6 plus 8. So that means total we have 14 tigers. So this is the total. And the other information is out of these 5 are male and 10 are either. Okay, so we have to make the sets first. So it's something like suppose I represent the set A is the Bengal white tigers. So the cardinality of that set A is 6. So there are 6 Bengal white tigers and 8 are Bengal royal tigers, right? So suppose set B is the Bengal royal tigers. So this is actually equal to 8. So in total, cardinality of A union B, sorry. So the total number of tigers are actually 8 plus 6, which is 40. The other information are given to us that out of these tigers, 5 are males. So that means among 14, 5 are males, and 10 are either Bengal royal tigers or males, right? So that means among them, 10 are either Bengal royal tigers or male. Right. So that means here, if you think, suppose M is the set of males, then it's given that 5 are male and also given that the intersection of these two things, that is Bengal white tigers, royal tigers and male is equal to 10. So that is the intersection of, you can say that M intersection with B is actually equal to 10. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out how many female tigers are there. Okay. So here we can have the union, or you can say that the sum of the male and female tigers is actually 14. That much we know, right? Now we have to explicitly find out how many male tigers are there, right? So those things we need to check.
I actually know this question.
So you can okay, so we can make a Venn diagram of this like
Actually, I know this.
hello. Is there any doubt? So see, total we have 14 tigers, and if you make the Venn diagram like this, we have two types of tigers, right? One is the royal one, and another one is the white tigers. Okay, but among them we have to classify them over the male and female part also. Okay, so if you consider that we actually have 7 royal tigers and 5 male tigers. So suppose this is M set of male tigers and this is equal to 5. And what do we know? We know that the union of these two is actually equal to 10, right? So we know that union of royal tigers and the male ones are actually equal to 10. Okay, now we need to find out, first of all, we will find out the number of female Bengal, okay, yeah, female Bangla royal tigers. Okay, so first of all, what we'll do, we will here find out what are the female tigers are there in this particular group. Okay, so that will be equal to, we know that the formula that union is actually equal to sum of the two sets minus of the intersection. Okay, but we don't know what is the intersection is here. Intersection with them. So what we can do, we can find out the value of intersection that it's actually equal to, just we have to do the computation. So BR intersection with M is equals to, we have 12 minus 10, that is equal to 2. Right, so that means we can say that the number of male, yeah, so we can say that the number of male Bengal royal tiger is actually equal to 2. Okay, and overall is given to us that the one more information we know that the number of male those tigers, yeah, 5 are male and okay, so total 5 are males among them. So that means total there are 5 male tigers and 2 are belong to this particular group, right? Bengal Royal. So that means the remaining 3 will belong to Bengal white tigers, right? So that is the number
Ma'am,
of
ma'am,
Ma'am,
why
we
have
have
you
to for the female one.
taken 7 there?
7 is the number given to us, no? 7 Royal Bengal tigers. Oh, 8 is given to us. Sorry.
8.
8 is
So I
given.
was
So yeah, so this is 8. So that will be 3. So that means now we have 2 Bengal Royal Tigers. Sorry, that means 3 Bengal Royal Tigers, and the number of male Bengal white tigers will be 5 minus 3, that is 2. Okay, so now
We have
we
to
can
find
find out
out
the
the
female.
female one.
Sorry, what?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Yeah, we can find out now remaining. So total 14 tigers are there. So 5 we can split out and now we can find out. Okay, is that okay? You can find out Bengal female tigers in the zoo. So there are 6. So 6 minus 2, the 4 might be the answer, right? Yeah. So the answer will be 4. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
And so now let's go to this question.
Ma'am, please, will you show the screen? I want to take
Oh,
the
you want to
screenshot.
take the screenshot? Yeah, just
Yes,
just
ma'am.
minute. I'll zoom it. I have written abbreviately,
ma'am.
but you can.
Done.
Okay. Fine. So in this question, it's given that a plane begins to land when it is at the height of 500 meters above the ground. It follows a straight line path and land at a point at which and lands at a point which is at a horizontal distance of 27 meter away. Okay, so it's something like this. So a plane starts landing over from the straight line, and it's from the ground. It's 27 meters away. Okay, and this is height is given to us as 500 meters. Okay. So there are two towers which are at horizontal distance of 900 meters and 1800 meters away in the same direction as the landing point. Okay, choose the correct options regarding the plane's trajectory and safe land. Okay, so the trajectory of trajectory of the path could be y upon 27 plus x upon 15 is equals to 100 if x and y are the x-axis. Okay, so here we need to figure out first of all what are the points we know and
What is the meaning of trajectory?
Hello?
Trajectory is actually the path followed by any object or something, you know.
Okay.
hello, I'm audible now?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually,
Yes.
that. Yeah, so I was saying that this is the scenario that a plane is of started of landing from the this particular point A, and the distance of from the ground of this point is actually given to be 500 meters. So what you can do, you can consider the y-axis like here. So this is your y-axis, and you can assume that it starts from landing from this point, which is of the height 500. So you can assume that the trajectory is of that particular plane is the straight line. Okay, so trajectory means the expected path it should follow. So it is given that it's following the straight line. So you can assume that this is this is the trajectory. And what you need to do, you just need to find out the equation of this line, which has y-intercept to be 1500 and x-intercept to be 2700. So you can use the slope intercept formula. So you know that slope intercept formula is x by a plus y by b is equals to 1, where a is your x intercept and b is your y intercept. Okay, so it's simply x by 2700 plus y by 1500 is equals to 1. So we can say that it's x by 27 plus y by 15 is equals to 1. So this is the trajectory. Okay, sorry, I am multiplying by 100, so 100 should come here. Okay, so that means so let's see the options. What are the options? So the trajectory of the path could be y by 27 plus x by 15 is equals to 100 if x-axis and y-axis are horizontal and vertical respectively. So this option should be correct, right? So here it's not given, it's just correct.
Ma'am, C option should be correct.
Yeah, C option is correct. But isn't this both are same? Yeah, sorry,
No,
No,
sorry.
ma'am.
no,
One
under
is
the
x by
y,
Y by
27.
27 is na? Okay, so obviously this one is not correct. This one is correct. Okay, now the next option says that the maximum safe height of the tower are 1000 meter and 500 meter respectively. Okay, so now see, you can find out the height of the tower based on this particular equation, right? Because we know that if tower comes in the way, it is not safe because the plane can hit it, right? So we just have to figure out. So there are two towers which are at horizontal distance 900 and 100 meter away in the same direction as the landing point. So if you put the value of x to be 900, what is the value of y we will get? Okay, so if you substitute x is equals to 900, we have the equation y by 15 plus 900 by 27 is equals to 100. So if you compute it, what we will get, we know that these are, so yeah, we can get y is equals to 1000, I guess. Am I right? Yeah, we can get so. Check.
Yes, ma'am.
1000 we can get, right? So you can just calculate. It will be equal to 1000. So 1000 meter we can get if you substitute x is equals to 900, but the next tower's distance is 1800. So we have to substitute that in into the equation. So that is y by 15th. So let me do it here. So it says
Ma'am,
that
then
y
we
by,
will get
so it
500.
will be half of it, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
900
obviously
double is
900 and
1800.
1800 is there. So the value of y
1000
will
ka
be
half.
half. Yeah. So in this case, just writing down. So 100. So here you will calculate, then you will get 500 meter. So these are the safe maximum safe height a tower can have, because if it has more than this, then obviously it will intersect the line, and that height is not safe because the plane can crash into that tower, right? So because of that, the height should be less than 500 at 1800 meters and less than 1000 meter at 1900 meters. Okay, so the maximum safe height of the towers are 1800 and 1500. That's not correct. 1800, sorry, 1000 and 500 we got, right? So maximum safe height of the towers are, this is also not correct because 1500 is given. The maximum safe height of the, okay, so this is correct and this is none of the option is correct. Okay, so answer is E and, sorry, C and what is this? A, B, C, D, right? Fine. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this question is done.
Ma'am, I have sent you one question in DM. Please, can you check?
Yeah, I'm checking. I'm going one by one actually because there are a
No,
lot of
ma'am. Like,
messages, then I can skip.
sorry, but you just skipped that question. That's why.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
So I'm not getting that. No, I didn't skip any question. So let's see.
Nishant, my
Yes,
question.
Nishant,
Yeah.
we discussed this question. This plain question is here,
No,
na?
no, no,
Yours,
no,
na?
no, no.
Okay, it's not yours. So that's, yeah, you just have sent this the same question, the plain
No, I have
question.
not sent. No, no, ma'am. Suresh and Ramesh, my question is.
Oh, so you are Ramesh. So you have sent the screenshot, right?
Yeah.
I'm not able to find. Are you sending to me or some other ID? Because I'm not getting it. So if
Wait,
you are
let me share
sending
it again.
to,
Just a minute.
yeah, you can send right away. So that we can move to the next question too. So here is the next question. So a customer is asked to construct a road which is at the distance of route 2 kilometer from the municipality office, and particular to a road can be identified by the equation of the straight line. Find out the possible equation of straight lines to represent the new road to be constructed. Okay. So what's your doubt in this question? Shashank is there, I guess. So have you tried to solve that one? This construction question. And I think it is not from activity or practice. Can you confirm? No, it's not from practice assignment. So I can move to the next question then.
So they're not from graded assignments?
Yeah, you cannot send from graded assignment too.
Oh.
Because for week 2, what is the deadline? What was the deadline? 11th? No, week 1 is the 11th. So
18th,
week 2
ma'am.
will be 18th, right? So it's not over yet. Yeah, someone sent a question from a screenshot of general equation of line. So what is your doubt here? Who's this? Yes, Amit. What you want to
Yes,
ask in this
that
one?
how we are going to derive that from that equation, how we are getting the general equation form and we are converting and getting m value and x and y value. That how we are doing it. That explanation is not clear
So
to me.
yeah, so that means you want to ask that how we are getting from slope intercept point to other formulas, right? Or the converse part.
Yes.
Slope intercept from to other points, right? So
Yeah.
the slope intercept form is y is equals to mx plus c, right? Now what is m? M is your slope of the line, and what is c? C is the y intercept. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So now here from which up to on which point on which form you want to convert?
Slope point form that m value that we are getting minus a by b.
Minus a by b. Okay,
Ma'am,
okay,
he's
okay.
talking about general equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0.
Okay, so you want to say that if you are okay, how can we convert into general equation? So if you want to convert this into ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So see here you can easily find out, you can convert this one into this particular form. So that is by is equals to minus ax plus minus ax minus c, right? So y is equals to minus a by b times of x and minus c by b. Right. So here, you know that whatever coefficient is there yeah, in place of x, so that means the coefficient associated to x is the slope n. So this is the slope n, and this is the your intercept c. So you can take the value of m to be equal to minus a by b, and you can take the value of c to be equal to minus c by b. And if you substitute these values into y is equals to mx plus c, you can get the form y is equals to ax plus sorry, not y is equals to ax plus by plus c is equals to 0.
Yes.
Right?
Now I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, you just have to figure out the coefficient and here. And also remember that we are taking plus sign here. So you have to take y-intercept to be minus c by b.
Okay.
Okay. Question 9, please. I'm not getting the question now. Okay, I'll go to that. So Nishant, your screenshot is not visible. You can send it
Should I
again. I'm reacting
share
to
my
that.
screen?
No, it's better if you share the screenshot.
I already shared, ma'am, 2 times.
Have you shared now?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, just got it. So here this equation is used to measure CD. This?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is question from what thing?
Graded assignment, ma'am, of
Graded
mathematics week 2.
assignment 2. Is it from GA2 or GA1?
GA2.
Yeah, so actually I cannot discuss from GA2 yet. We can discuss after 18th. Is that okay?
Okay, fine. But ma'am, please can you help
I'll give
like
you the hint,
hint?
although.
Yeah.
Mhm. So here what they asked, that the equation used to measure the CD, discharge coefficient of the whatever material is there in lab, is Q is equals to some formula is there, right? CD upon under the root of 1 minus b to the power 4 under the root of this. So CD is the discharge coefficient, D A1 is pipes. That's okay. So Ramesh plotted the graph between Q on the x-axis and under the root of del H on the x, okay, on the y-axis and x-axis, and claim that is the slope of the obtained straight line. Okay, so Suresh plot the graph between this on y-axis and q on x-axis and claim that this is the slope of the straight line. So who is actually correct? Okay, So what you need to do is, first of all, okay, so see, here based on the plotting over x-axis and y-axis, you can find out what is the dependent and independent variable here. Okay, so plot the graph between q on the y-axis and okay, so let me, you have mentioned the option here, that's why I'm not pasting it. So you guys can look into chat, there is one question. And in that question, some Q is given to you. So Q is this. Yeah, some formula is there, and we have the term root del h. Okay, and there are two people who are plotting the graph in between these two quantities. Okay, and one is taking Q on x-axis, and if I'm not wrong, and another one is doing the other way around. Okay, so what are the thing is, so let me briefly introduce this question. So here there is one formula given in terms of two quantities, q is there and something is there, and then root of del h is there. Okay, and there are two person, Ramesh and Suresh. What is Ramesh is doing? He is taking q on x-axis or whatever that is, and other thing on y-axis. Okay, so here if Ramesh is taking q on x-axis and other thing on y-axis, so you can say that this is your equal to y, this is equal to x. Now what you can do, you can just observe the formula and relate what will be the slope.
Ma'am, Q is on y-axis.
Yeah, so other person is doing other way around, right? So q is on y-axis and this root del h is on x-axis. Okay, so here if q is on y-axis, del h is on x-axis, what you can say, you can just assume that this q to be equal to y and this del h to be equal to x, and substitute back into your formula. You will get y is equals to something into x. Okay, and you know that by the straight line equation, y is equals to mx plus c, whatever is there with x, it's your slope. So this is your slope. Okay, and for Suresh also you have to do the same and you can find out the slope. And based on the slope, you can answer that who is correct, Suresh is correct or the Ramesh is correct. Are you got my point, Nishant? What I want to say?
But slope is given.
Yeah, slope is already given. You just have to figure out, right?
Yeah.
So who is correct?
Yeah.
So you just have to check the statement and it's just written in a complex way. You just have to separate the x and y and find out whatever is there with x, it's your slope.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
It's actually graded assignment question. Otherwise, although I have almost clarified, right, what you should do in this question. Fine. Now get back to our sequence. So this is done. This one is, I'm assuming it's the doubt is there. Okay. Now we have a next question. Yeah. So this is question of Russell. Yeah, you can unmute yourself and let me know what's your doubt in these three questions.
Ma'am, can you explain the parallel?
Yeah, I will. Yes.
The third question, I don't get that answer.
Which question?
Third question, ma'am.
In this screenshot, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. In that question.
Third one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and also if you guys sending screenshot, don't send it with answers. If it's okay, because okay, fine. So
No,
find the
this
distance between
question
two
is
parallel.
activity question.
Sorry, what?
It is an activity question.
Oh, these are activity, then okay, you can sit. So you just have to apply the formula here. There is one formula, na, that modulus of C1 minus C2 upon what is that thing, A square plus B square, I guess. This will give you the answer
Yes.
of the thing.
Ma'am.
Also, this is written in some other way. You have to divide it by 2, right? So you'll get 4x plus 3y and minus 15 is equals to 0. Now you have to apply the formula. Okay. So see,
Ma'am,
because
why we want to divide it by 2? That's my question.
yeah. So see, whenever you have a parallel line, so there is only the change in parallel line is the coefficient, the constant. So if you have two parallel lines, suppose a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. If you have two parallel lines and if they are saying that L1 and L2 are parallel to each other, then a1 should be equal to a2, b1 should be equal to b2. The only change is in C. So that's why first you have to divide so that you can get A1 is equals to A. So because in the formula you can see we are commonly using A plus B, right? So that means there should be only one value of A and B. You cannot apply formula just by using this particular equation. You have to first divide so that you can convert it into the reduced form and then you can apply the formula. Is that okay?
Ma'am, if we reduce it, we don't get the both are same. Then the question is invalid, right?
No, not the question. Question is not invalid. They have just multiplied it by 2. That's all, to confuse you guys. Because if
not in this question or some question.
obviously it will be invalid because if A and A, if these A B's are not same, these line cannot be parallel. Okay, so the only difference in the equation of parallel lines are these coefficient, the constant one.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Ma'am,
Do you? Yeah.
Fifth question also.
So the coordinate of vertices of a triangle are this. Find the area of triangle. So you just have to find the area. So see, it's a very if you want to apply the long formula, you can apply, or just by intuition also you can find out because the coordinates are very simple. One is the origin, another one is the point on the y-axis, which is this 0, 3. Another one is the point on x-axis, which is 2, 0. And this is the triangle they are finding, right? So you need to find out the area of triangle. So you can use the formula, or else here it's kind of easy that the base is 2, the height is 3. So the answer should be 1 by 2 height into base, right? So the answer should be 3.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you can do it by this one, or we have the long formula of coordinate. That's also you can do. You can apply both.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you check out 10 questions from practice assignment?
Can you send screenshot? Because then I have to share my other screen.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Wait.
Yeah, just send the screenshot. I'm going sequentially because I'm reacting the message so that I can have a track. So this is another question we have from someone. Okay, so here, what's your doubt in the screenshot? Someone send a screenshot from lecture. So I have already copied it. Just paste. Yeah. So what's your doubt in this one?
Ma'am, in the previous lecture, you told now you will be explaining in the next lecture that why b minus a will be multiple of 5. I asked it in the previous lecture.
B minus A. Yeah, okay. This one? Is this one?
Yes.
So see, B minus A will see if what is modulus. So let's understand what is mod. So mod is nothing but a fancier way to represent the remainders. Remainders means if you divide some number, whatever the extra thing you will get. So for example, if you want to write down 12, or if you divide 5, if you divide 12 by 5, then what you can say, we will divide it twice nicely, but we have the other factor. So ultimately you can say that that 12 can be written as 2 times 5 plus 2, right? It's not the whole multiple of 5. We have some remainder. So this mod is just a way to express the remainder. So if someone is saying that a mod b is equals to x, what does it means? So it means that if you divide a by b, you'll get x as a remainder. Are you okay with this fact? What does this modulus mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, what are they saying that if this b minus a mod 5 is equals to 0, then what does it mean? So it means here that if you divide this b minus a with 5, then there is no remainder, right? The remainder is 0. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you can say that this b minus a is nothing but some multiple of 5. We don't know which multiple, but it will be some multiple. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's how we got that modulus thing. So that means b minus a is actually multiple of 5. So if b minus a is a multiple of 5, then it's, yeah.
My doubt was that they derived this relation b minus a mod 5 from the fact that a mod 5 is equals to b mod 5. I don't got this point.
Yeah, that's also we can do. See, what they're saying that a mod 5 is equals to b mod 5. Right? That's they are saying, right? So let's take them to be different values. So let us take that x is our a mod 5 and y is our b mod 5. Okay, so if x is your a mod 5, then what does this means? This means that if you divide a by 5, then x is the remainder. Am I right? So that means you can write down this a as some 5 multiple of something multiple of 5 plus x. So that is, let's take 5k1 plus x. So that is a of the form 5k1 plus x, where what is x? X is a remainder when 5 divides c. Similarly, b also you can write down that b is nothing but some 5k2 plus y. Is that correct? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so from this one, what you can say, from this upper one, you can say that x is nothing but a minus 5 times of k1. And from this one, you can say that y is nothing but a minus 5 times of k2. And what is given to us? It's given that both are equal. So that is x and y both are equal is given to us. A mod 5 is equals to b mod 5. So what you can say? You can say that a minus 5 k1 is equals to b minus 5 k2. Right? So ultimately, you can write down that b minus a is nothing but 5 k2. Yeah, so b is there. So we have to take a here and this. Yeah, so minus 5 k1. So ultimately, you can say that b minus a is nothing but 5 times of k2 minus k1. But again, k1 and k2 both are integers, so their subtraction will be integer. So this is some integer, any integer. We don't know what integer, but ultimately we can figure out that this 5 will divide b minus a. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. One more doubt that when we say that a mod 5, it means that when a is divided by 5 or 5
Yeah,
divided
yeah.
by a.
No, when a is divided by 5. A mod
And
5 means when a is divided by 5 and whatever remainder we get.
and if we want to write this in a slash form like you wrote in 5 slash a, so 5 slash a also means that, or a
Yeah,
slash
so
5 it should.
no. So this 5 slash a means if you divide 5 divides a and then remainder get is x. So that's the meaning. So we can ignore this because we can write down that slash whenever it's a total divisor. So if you divide a by 5, then x is the remainder.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this line means divide. 5 divide a. That's how we read it.
Okay,
Fine.
ma'am.
Is that okay? Fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go to the next doubt.
Ma'am, I have sent you the question number 10.
Okay, so let's go one by one. I hope that will be okay. I'll go to Arya Jain's doubt. So I'm reacting the message so that you guys can see which question we are doing. So this is the question. So through which of the following points do line of slope 0 passes? Okay. So I think you should be able to get this question by yourself because see if the line. So what are those lines which has slope 0? Can you guys tell me? There is only one type of line which has slope 0.
Parallel to
Anyone?
the x-axis.
Right,
All lines
horizontal.
parallel to
Any
x-axis.
horizontal line. No, not x-axis. Yeah, x-axis is one kind of horizontal line, obviously. But any
It's
horizontal
parallel.
line will have slope 0, right? So through which of the following points do lines of slope 0 passes? So it can passes from, so what you need to do, we need to figure out the horizontal line. What the question
From
is?
all the
From all
given
points it can
points we
passes, right?
can
Because
pass.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am, from all.
from all the points we can pass. Because see, in the plane, if this is
And
the
that
dot
doubt
line,
was clear.
I can just draw a horizontal line, right? So is that clear, Arya?
Ma'am, that person left the group because the doubt was clear.
Sorry, what?
The person who
Yeah.
asked this question left the group, left the meeting.
Oh, okay. So I think it's getting bored to people's. Yeah, Nishan's doubt is clear already. Moving to the next question. Yeah, someone sent. I don't think I can get the screenshot. So this is the question sent by someone. So let's see if we can zoom it up. So choose the correct answers. Y is equals to 2x minus a is the equation of line in the slope intercept form. Okay, so this is very basic question. I am leaving it to you.
Ma'am, third option is not clear. Can you explain?
Okay, so third option says y is equals to 2x minus 8 does not meet either the origin and the x-axis. Either the origin. So obviously it does not meet origin. So see, what does it says that y is equals to 2x minus 8. So this line does not passes through origin, because if you put x is equals to 0, you will get y is equals to minus 8. So this is not the line passing through origin. It's something like here minus 8 is the y-intercept. So it says that third option does not meet either the origin. So it's not meeting the origin and the x-axis, but it is meeting the x-axis. So I think that's why this option is not correct. So it's obviously not meeting the origin, but any straight line will always passes through the x-axis until and unless it's a horizontal line.
Ma'am, it is correct or not?
So it's not correct.
Why, ma'am? Because it's pass through x-axis, or either means one of the two.
Yeah,
So
they should not mention either here. Does not meet either the origin and the x-axis. This either word should not there, right? Because either or they haven't used it well. It may be the misprint you can see. It's not meeting origin, and it's also not it is meeting x-axis. So this either word should not
Ma'am,
be
the
there.
question is correct.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
It's not either or. There is
yeah, it's
and
not
used
either or.
there. Origin and x.
Yeah, so and is there.
Both.
They should not use either, right? It doesn't make sense, right? Either or we have either
But
the
there is no
origin.
or.
There is no or, so that's the thing. So just ignore the word either. So it's saying that it's not meeting both the things, origin and an x-axis, but obviously any line will intersect x-axis until and unless it's a horizontal line. So that's because of that it won't be a correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so guys, just be patient because I have to move in a queue. Otherwise, some people won't get their doubts. So this is the next doubt. So in this question, which of the following function is always non-negative if domain of f is x belongs to real number? So that f of x belongs to real number. Okay, so we just have to figure out where the range is non-negative, right? Which of the function is always non-negative. So this is also always non-negative. So what's your doubt in this question, Amit?
That how we are going to identify that it is non-negative. Means
See,
domain of reals would contain negative also.
no. So function is not always, so function not always non-negative. Function is non-negative means the value of function, not the domain. So we don't have to, so here this is given to you just to clarify that you can take any real number as your domain. But you have to understand this, it's just a notation. So it's saying that what are those functions which are non-negative? That means which will give us non-negative values. So you know that under the root function is always non-negative because it always give you the positive values. Modulus will always give you the positive values. This function you have to check that f of x is equals to 30 minus 11x upon 5x plus 60. This you need to check that at which values you will get non-negative. So I don't think here you can get some negative numbers, right? Because here this is always positive. No, if you take negative also, that this can become negative. And yeah, this function easily can be negative. You can take any large x that will give you the answer. For example, if I take x to be 100, the f of 100 is actually equal to 30 minus 1100 upon 5 into 500 plus 60, right? So obviously it's a negative quantity. So this will give you the negative value. And this will also give you the negative value because you have to take x to be any real number. So you can take simply x to be equal to 5 or minus 5, right? So then f of minus 5 will be minus 20 plus 90, which is minus 5.
Okay, but the under root function returns the value in the plus, negative and positive both, na?
No. Here it's explicitly mentioned. See, they haven't mentioned the negative side. So what happened if you have like this, that some suppose some a square is equals to b, then when you have to change from this equation to under the root, then you have to take the plus minus sign. That is, a can be plus or minus under the root of b. But if explicitly given that under the root of b, this is a positive quantity. Okay, you just have to take care of plus or minus sign when you move from this step to this step. When you remove the square function, then only you have to take plus and minus under the root. Otherwise, whenever the root is there, it's always assumed to be positive. Is that okay?
Means that the value of the b is assumed to be positive, or after taking out the root of b, we will get a positive number.
No, after taking under the root of b. So here, if someone writing that a and b are real number, they are already assuming that b is positive, because under the root of negative numbers does not make sense, right?
Yeah,
And it's a
correct.
complex number, so that's why. So that means after getting square root, it will be a positive number. So always remember that this function, this f of x is equals to root x, it always be a positive number, and its graph look like this. So this is the graph of root x function.
Achha.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's always positive.
Okay.
And see, these rational functions also you can figure out. The straight line is easy, but rational function, if there is a minus sign, then you can say that, okay, if I take a large x, it can easily give us the negative quantity, right? So those things you have to judge.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the next question. Okay, so what is the minimum number of element of the Cartesian product S cross S that need to be added to R such that the relation becomes symmetric? So here I need the information of R. So what is R? So I think this is belong to question. So Amit, can you send the first part of this question, or else can you let me know what is the first part?
Okay, I
Because
will.
I need to the information of R, right?
I will need some time to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll go to Ritika's doubt now.
Yes.
Okay, so Leo rents a motorcycle for 2 days. The rent company provide the motorcycle at rupees 500 per day, with 100 kilometer free per day. Okay, so the additional charges after 100 kilometer are 2 per kilometer. So Leo drive the motorcycle for a total of 500 kilometer. How much rupees will he have to pay the rent company? Okay, so Ritika, have you tried this question?
Yes, ma'am, I tried it, but I couldn't solve it. It was 1600. Right.
Yeah, answer will be 1600, something like this. So, see, what we need to figure out first of all. So, Leo rent a motorcycle for 2 days. So, the rental company provide a motorcycle at rupees 500 per day with 100 kilometer free, right? So, 100 kilometers free for us for a day, right? And the charge is 500 for 1 day. Okay, so the additional charge after 100 kilometers are 2 kilometer rupees 2 per kilometer, right? So if you drive 1 kilometer extra, that is, if you drive 101 kilometer, you have to pay 2 rupees per kilometer, right? So Leo drives the motorcycle for total of 500 kilometers. How much rupees will he have to pay to the rental company? So I think they are asking the total rupees, right? Provide per day. So that is the for 2 days he have rented. So 1000 will be that charge, and in 1 day we have 100 kilometer free. So in 2 days we will have 200 kilometers will be free for us, and then we left with only 300 kilometers. So that means among 500 kilometers, 200 kilometers you can drive for free. But for remaining 300 kilometers, we have to pay. And how much we have to pay? We have to pay the twice of the kilometer. So that is 2 rupees per kilometer. So here for this 300 kilometers, the charge will be 600 rupees. Sorry, I'm making dollar, but 600 rupees. So total charge will be 1600 rupees. 1000 plus
Okay.
600. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
The
could you
next
explain
doubt.
once more?
Yeah, so here the thing is, it says that Leo rents a motorcycle for 2 days. So the charge of 1 day is 500. So the charge of 2 days will be 1000 rupees. This is the charge of 2 days. Right? And now, yeah, the thing is, he drives for 500 kilometers. This is 2 day charge. Right? And from those, so for total drive, I mean, he drive for 500 kilometer, but among this, 200 kilometer is free. Right? Because per day they are giving 100 kilometer free. So for 2 days, 200 kilometer is free. Now remaining kilometers are 300 kilometers. So for 300 kilometers, he have to pay because it's mentioned, right? The additional charge after 100 kilometer are 2 rupees per kilometer. So in a day, if you drive more than 100 kilometer, you have to pay 2 rupees. So that means for 300 kilometer, we have to pay 2 rupees per kilometer. So that is total 600 rupees. So the total charge will be 1600. Right? Is that okay?
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days charge is 1600.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so now next question is this. Yeah, yes.
So here, what concept of coordinate geometry is used? Why such type of question is given?
Nothing. It's just purely logical. There is nothing coordinate geometry. See, week 1 is basic things. So you have to apply your logic and that's all. There is no coordinate geometry.
This was week 1 question or week 2 question?
I don't know. Ritika, is this belong to week 2 or week 1?
Yeah, week 2, ma'am.
Okay, week 2 question.
Practice assignment.
Okay. So
I
here
thought
the
in a
relation.
complicated.
Yeah, so here the relation is given. The S set is a snail, fox, bird, and frog. Okay, so R is given, some relation is defined on S. And this question says, what is the minimum number of elements of the Cartesian product S cross S that need to be added to R such that the relation becomes symmetric? Okay, so here R is a relation with this thing. So I'll use the first letter. Okay, so frog and fox I'll differentiate by R and F. Okay. So R is SF R, comma B, bird and bird is there. Okay. Fox and frog is there. Okay, and now snail and fox is there. Okay, now what you want to do, you want to make this relation to be symmetric. So what you need to do, you have to add symmetric pairs. So what is the symmetric pair of snail and frog? So you have to add. So what are I'm adding? Let's see. So I'm adding frog and snail pair to this relation R, so that it will have a symmetric pair. Okay, so now this pair has a symmetric pair, which is frog and snail. This is itself symmetric because we know that whenever we have a comma a type of element, it is the symmetric pair of itself. So for this pair, we don't need to add anything. The symmetric pair of fox and frog will be again frog and fox. So that means I have to add this pair to frog and fox. So that I can say that the symmetric pair of this pair is also there, so that we can make symmetricity, right? And this is the snail and fox. So its symmetric pair will be fox and snail. So that means I have to add 3 more pairs to make this relation symmetric. So the answer will be 3. Is that okay, Amit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is done. Yes, Vaibhav, what's your doubt in this question? So I'll paste over here.
Ma'am, when I solved this question, I got the marks to answer 12, but the answer is 16. How is it possible?
Okay, so let's see. So Mahesh has 4 sons, okay, and Subhash has 2 sons. So Ravi has 2 son names. The family tree is shown below. So let us define 2 relation R and S on the set M, which is the collection of all family members as follows. That okay, so R is a relation like this, that A and B are related. If A and B are cousin, that is their parents are sibling. Okay, so if A and B's parents are sibling, they are known to be cousin. Okay, and S is a relation where A is a son of B. So if M is the cardinality of the set R and N is the cardinality of set S, then find the value of Mn. So ultimately we need to find out the members here. Okay. So first of all, let's find out the cousins. So cousins means their parents are sibling. So here these four persons are not cousin of each other, right? They are the sibling of each other. So they obviously does not belong. Now what are the pairs we can make? We can make Yashub and Rathi as the cousin, right? One pair will be this. Another pair will be Yashub and Rakesh. Right? Another pair will be Navratna and Rathi, and the next pair will be Navratna and Rakesh. Okay. So, and obviously symmetric pair will also there, right? Because if Yashub is a sibling of Rathi, then Rathi is also a sibling of, sorry, cousin of Yashub, right? So that means twice of these pairs will be there. Those are the sibling, right? So what is the cardinality of R? So cardinality of R is twice of 4, that is 8. Is that okay to
Wait a
you?
second, just
Yes,
one little
ma'am.
question. So we will just count the number of pair and not the symbol where their zero is cut by a vertical line, right? We will not count that.
Means?
Hmm?
So here they are explicitly asking about cousins, right? So cousin means whose parents are siblings. So Yashub parents is Shub and Rati's parents is Rabi. So they are the siblings of, right? Because they belong, their parent is, uh, they are the son and daughter of Mahesh, right? So that's
Yes,
why
ma'am.
they
I
are
got this
cousin.
8. I got this
Right.
R is equals to 8. And
Yeah.
next S.
Son is given, right? So I
So
think,
we just have to make pairs of the cousins.
yeah, we just have to make pairs, that's all.
And we don't have to count the anti-cardinality sign,
No,
right?
no. Those things we
S
don't
is
need to
also
count.
8.
That explained why my answer was wrong. I counted that anti because of that it was 5.
Okay. So now it's given that A is son of B. So here you can make the count the pair like Mahesh and Shubham is there, right? Mahesh and Rabi is there. Mahesh and Mahindra is there. So obviously this person with four of them will give us the 4 element, and this person with two of them will give you the 2 element, and this person with two of them will give you the 2 element. So it will be again 8. The cardinality of S is also 8. So you can sum and you'll get the answer to be 60. Is that okay, Vaibhav?
Ma'am, that +2 and +2, I didn't get this one.
See, here also you have to add the pairs, right? Because Shubh is the father of Yashub.
Oh,
Right?
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Shubh is the father of Naratna. So we have to take that. A is the son of B thing in this particular branch also, right?
Ma'am, just one little question. Other than just counting the cardinality, what type of other questions can be with the sets? And sometimes it get like overwhelming, like कभी कभार ऐसा हो जाता है ना कि कंफ्यूज हो जाता है कि कार्डिनलिटी चेक करनी है फिर कुछ और करना है तो उसका कंफ्यूजन के लिए कैसे पता लगाएं?
Yeah, so actually there is no exact formula. So there is exact formula for symmetric relation or those type of relation. But here you just have to use the logics. There is no exact formula. So जितना ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करोगे उतना ज़्यादा एक्यूरेसी बढ़ेगा. That's all I can say.
यानी कि कैसे पता चलेगा कि बस कार्डिनलिटी पूछा गया और कुछ नहीं पूछा करने को? कभी कभार हो जाता है ओवरवेलमिंग जो नॉन मैथमेटिकल स्टूडेंट्स हैं ओवरवेलमिंग होता है कि पता नहीं चलता कि क्या करना है. कैसे पता चले कि सिर्फ कार्डिनलिटी पूछा गया है?
They in this question, so they have explicitly mentioned, right? Cardinality means number of element, that's all. See here they have explicitly used the word cardinality, but in place of them they can ask that suppose n is the number of element. So cardinality of set means just count the number of element, that's all. Okay, so जहाँ पे भी they are asking about cardinality means you have to count the number of elements in that set.
Ma'am, why
That's
did
all.
you write into 2?
Into 2. Sorry. Yeah, because see, if this Navratna is a cousin of Rathi, then the symmetric pair will also there, right? Rathi is the cousin of Navratna, right? If
Okay, ma'am.
that's why I have written 2 times. Okay, the
Okay.
symmetric
Ma'am, I
pairs are
posted one
also
more
there.
question.
Yeah. Yes, guys, you can send questions from week 1 GA2, so I can discuss that. So I'll first check the myth question. Yes, Samit, we have solved this type of question previously, but let's discuss it again. So here this question.
Ma'am, can you please explain the sound part?
Explain the son part.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, see here, who are the son then? What is the father-son relation, right? Mahesh is the father of Shubh, so you'll get one pair, Mahesh and Shubh. You'll get Mahesh and Rabi, the second pair. You'll get Mahesh and Mahindra, third pair. Mahesh and Rajat, fourth pair, right? But here also you have father-son relation, na? Shubh is the father of
Ma'am, it's
Yashub, right?
the other way around. A is the son of B.
But B is not a son of A, na? So other way around we
मतलब
don't have to
महेश
check.
और महेंद्र ऐसा बोल रहे. You're saying the father first.
Sorry. Yeah, you got the feeling, sense, right? I may have spoken correctly. So that is Mahesh is the father of Mahendra. So that's why you have to take M comma M pair. So four are these pairs, right? So one with each of them is the four pair, and Shubh with these two will be the two another pair, and Rabi with these two will be two another pair. So you'll get 4 plus 2 plus 2. That will be 8 pair. Okay. So yes, Amit, which question in which question you have doubt?
Question
Second,
number
third,
two. Second.
two. Two, na?
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose f is from D to R is a function defined by f of x is this thing, where D is a subset of Z. So let A be the set of integers which are not in domain of f. Set of integers which are not in the domain of f. Then find the cardinality of the set A.
In here, x square minus 9 should be greater than or equals to 0.
Correct.
So here,
Under
here we
root
can
of x
get
square.
the
And x plus 3 also. So here, see, x square minus 9, this can be written as x plus 3 into x minus 3. Right? So this factor we have to check. Although, yeah. So from here, you can say that x can belong only in this particular bond, minus 3 to 3. Correct? Because if you take anything which is less than 3, suppose here if you take minus 4, then minus 4 will give will create a negative factor here. But ultimately you'll get the positive.
it is saying that which are not in the domain. So we have to does not include the things which are outside of the range.
Correct. Okay. So sorry. So here, see, we have to figure out on which point this particular factor is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so let's compute one by one. So if you take any x which is strictly greater than 3, then for that, this factor will be positive and this factor will also be positive, right? Any point which is greater than 3, suppose 4 if you take, then this factor is positive, this factor is positive. So that means this belongs to domain, right? X is greater than or equal to 3, all points which are greater than or equal to 3 belongs to the domain. Okay, now let what happen at x is equals to 3. So at x is equals to 3, also you can say that denominator is well defined at x is equals to 3. It won't create a problem. And here also you will get 0. So that means x is equals to 3 also belongs to your domain. Okay. Now what happens if you take any point between minus 3 and 3? Okay. So suppose you are taking any point between minus 3 and 3, then what happened to these factors? X plus 3 into x minus 3. So any point between minus 3 and 3 will make this factor to be positive, but this factor to be negative. Is that okay? Because see, if x is less than 3, it simply implies that x plus 3 will be greater than 0. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Yeah. So ultimately, we are getting negative factors here when x belongs in between minus 3 and 3. So that means this is less than 0. So this particular band, that is open interval minus 3 comma 3, is not in the domain. That for sure we can say. Okay. But what happened at x is equals to minus 3? So at x is equals to minus 3, this factor is becoming 0. Right? X plus 3. But here there is one little catch we need to understand is
it is an integer which will not perform the criteria of p by q.
Yeah, this also we can write down in this fashion, x plus 3 into x minus 3 upon x plus 3 the whole square. But ultimately we'll get the same thing. Okay, so I was thinking that in above we have. Okay, so that means at x is equals to minus 3, denominator is becoming 0. So that's why x is equals to minus 3 is also not there in the denominator, in the domain. Okay, so that means this whole interval closed minus 3 and open 3 is not there in the domain. Okay. Now it says that where D is a subset of Z, let A be the set of integers which are not in the domain of F. Okay. So obviously how many integers are there? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. So there are 6 integers which are not there in the domain. So the answer is 6. Okay, fine.
What if you
But
get
ma'am, -3 is not there, right?
Yeah,
no,
minus 3 is
3
not there. That's why I
Okay.
calculated. -3, -2. That's why answer is 6. Fine?
Fine, yeah. That +3 is not there, -3 is there.
+3 is not there, -3 is there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go to Vaibhav's question now.
I was a bit confused in this question, so that's why I want to clarify this one.
Okay, so a group of 180 people watched movie on Netflix. Okay, so the total number of people are 180. Of which 95 watched Dabang, right? So that is Dabang. Cardinality of D is 95. 100 watch Avatar, so cardinality of A is 100. 100 watch RRR, so cardinality of R is also 100. Sorry, I have written 1000. 100. Okay, so now 50 people watch Dabang and Avatar, so that is D intersection A is actually 50. Now next is 40 people watch Avatar and RR, so A intersection R is 40. And 55 people watched Dabang and RR, so D intersection with R is 55. Now find the number of people who watch only RRR and Avatar. Okay, that we need to find out. Only RR and Avatar. Okay, so let's first of all let's understand what is this only RRR and Avatar set means.
And there is the mention that 40 watched Avatar and RRR. So how is that even possible? It is the answer 10.
No, 40 watched Avatar and so it is possible among those people some people also watched Dabang. So they are asking only. So here this only word make the difference. Only means you have to filter out those people who watched Dabang too. So what you need to do, first of all, you need to find out the intersection of all people. So that means among these 40 people, you have to remove those people who also watched Dabang movie. Are you getting my point? Suppose there are
Yes,
some
ma'am.
people who watch all three movies. So what do you have to do? You have to filter out those people who watch all 3 movies from this particular set. So what do we need to find out? We need to find this set, that is Avatar intersection RRR minus with the whole intersection. A intersection, B intersection. Sorry, A intersection, R intersection, D. Am I right? Yeah, that's what we need to do. Because here and is given, so whenever and is given, and means intersection and or means the union. So here this is the set we need to figure out. So we have this cardinality A intersection R, which is nothing but 40. We need to find out the whole intersection, but for that we have formula, right? So we know that this A intersection R intersection D, you can easily find out this by inclusion exclusion formula. So I'll explicitly write. So it says that 180 is equals to 95 plus 100 plus 100 and minus 50 minus 40 minus 55 and plus A intersection R intersection D. Okay, so from this one we can find out the cardinality of A intersection R intersection D. Are you guys following what I am doing? Is there a doubt?
Yeah. No, ma'am, no doubt.
Fine. No? So this 100, 100, 200. So 295 minus with 180. So I'll write it down to 95 minus 180, and this will give you minus 145, I guess, right? Yeah, 105,
150, I think.
150, 145. And that is also plus because minus of, see, 5 is there, 4, 5, 9, and 5, 114, right? And minus sign is there. So if it jump over the right hand side, you will get the plus. And this is, I was doing, sorry. So it's simply 180 minus 295 plus 145. Okay. So this is minus 295 and this will be 523 plus, right? So 550 and 32, 29 minus 32 will be 30. So that is the whole intersection is 30. The cardinality of intersection is 30 and the only RRR and Avatar is nothing but 40 minus 30, because total people who are watching both the movies are 40, and there are 30 people who watched three movies, all three movies. So that's why we have to subtract them, and that's why the answer is 10. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. So I have which question I've done? Yeah, this Vaibhav question. Now let's go to the next question. Hari. Now this question I think I have done, but let's see. No, I haven't done in this class. Okay. So what's your doubt in this question, Hari?
Ma'am, I got another answer at the beginning, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So here they say, suppose two boats are starting their journey uh, from the ferry ghat A, consider as the origin. So A is the point where the boat starts their journey. One towards ferry ghat B along the straight line y is equals to minus 2x. Okay, so it's given that the equation of this particular line is y is equals to minus 2x. Now, and the other towards the ferry ghat C along a straight line particular to the path followed by B. What does this means? Okay, so along the straight line perpendicular to the, okay, so that means this angle is 90 degree, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so toward the ferry ghat C along a straight line perpendicular to the path followed by B. So the river is 1 kilometer wide uniformly. So that is, this distance is 1 kilometer. Right, so you can say that the y coordinate of point C is 1. 1 kilometer wide uniformly and parallel to x-axis. Suppose Rahul wants to go to the exact opposite point of A along the river. Okay, so exact opposite point of the A along the river. Okay, fine. So how much total distance does Rahul have to travel to reach his destination if he takes the boat toward the ferry ghat B? Okay, so that means what he need to find out, first he need to go to the point B and then he need to go to the point, this point A prime, right? Because what does it says? It says that suppose Rahul wants to go to the exact opposite point of A along the river, right? So that means first he will travel this distance AB and then he will travel the distance BA prime. So what you can do, you can find out the distance AB. So the distance AB is what? So you can use the formula. First of all, what are the coordinates of point B? Can you guys tell me what are the coordinates of point B? Y coordinate is easy to judge. What are the coordinates? See, y coordinate is 1, right? And x coordinate you can find out from this equation. So if y is equals to minus 2x is there and y is 1, then what is x? So x is equals to minus 1 by 2. So this point is minus 1 by 2 comma 1 and this point is 0 comma 0. So the distance of ABs will be under the root of minus 1 by 2 the whole square, that is 1 by 4 plus 1 square, which is 1. So this is under the root of 5 by 4, right, which is under the root of 5 by 2. So this is the distance AB. Now what he wants to do, he wants to go to the point A prime. So that means first he will travel this distance A to B and then he will go to the point A prime. Now we need to find out the distance between B and A prime. But we know that what is the distance between B and A prime. So what is B's distance from origin is minus 1 by 2. So the same distance it will travel over here too. So the distance between B and A prime is 1 by 2. Is that clear? Why I'm taking 1 by 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So that means the if he wants to travel exact the opposite side, that means if he wants to travel at the point A prime from A, so first he will travel the distance under the root of 5 by 2 to reach the point B, and then he will travel the distance of half to reach the point A prime. So the total distance will be under the root of 5 plus 1 by 2. Okay, so that's why this option is correct here.
Okay, ma'am. At the beginning, I thought it is only A to B, so I got wrong answer. Thank
That's
you,
okay,
ma'am.
okay. Okay, fine.
I couldn't understand. Could you repeat?
Yeah, so see, what is the scenario here is, this is the river. Sorry. So this picture is much clearer. So here We have the river and the width of the river is given to us. So many information is already given to us. So it's given that this river is 1 kilometer of width uniformly. So uniformly means the distance, and we need to find out the distance traveled by Rahul following the path A to B and then B to A prime. Okay, we are not traveling directly from A to A prime. We are starting at A, going to B, and then from B to A prime we have to move. And it's given that the equation of this particular line is y is equals to minus 2x. Okay, so using the equation of line, we can figure out the x coordinate of B, and using the information that the width of this river is 1 kilometer, we can figure out the y coordinate of B. So y coordinate of B will be 1 because it's nothing but a horizontal line intersecting y-axis at a point 1, right? So the coordinates of A prime also you can say that's nothing but 0, 1. So the b coordinate of point B is, the y coordinate of point B is 1, and the x coordinate you can find out using the line. So if y is equals to minus 2x is there, if you substitute y is equals to 1 minus 2x, so you'll get that x is equals to minus 1 by 2. So b coordinate is minus 1 by 2. Now we have both coordinates. We have coordinate of A, we have coordinate of B. So we can find out the value AV. AV is under the root of 0 minus 1 by 2 the whole square. So it's 1 by 4, and 0 minus 1 the whole square, which is 1. So that is the length AB is nothing but root 5 by 2. And the distance between B and A is actually, you can also compute by the formula too, but here also you can see the y coordinate is same, so that will cancel out. Ultimately you will get 1 by 2. So that is, this distance is root 5 by 2, this distance is 1 by 2. So the total travel distance is root 5 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That's equal to root 5 plus 1 by 2. So that's why this will be the option. Is that okay now?
Ma'am, that part, that which one is root 5 by 2? AB.
AB. Just
AB
use
is,
the
and then
the
BA
formula.
dash is half.
Yeah, BA dash is half.
Minus half.
No, distance is always positive, so that's why half.
Half.
Distance is there, na? That's why I won't take minus half.
So,
Okay.
if we takes the boat towards ferrygat B, but why that half distance is taken? Because
Because
from
see, that's how he's not traveling from A to A dash directly. He's going to ghat B and then going to the point A prime. Okay. He's
destination is
not.
A dash.
Yeah, it's given. See, what does they ask that? Yeah, so see here how they ask that how much total distance does Rahul have to travel to reach at his destination, and what is his destination? He wants to go to the exact opposite point of A along the river, right? Exact opposite point is this point A prime, right? This is the A, exact opposite will be A prime. So this is the destination, and the question asks that how much total distance does Rahul have to travel to reach his destination if he takes the boat towards ferrygat B. So that means first he is going to ferrygat B, and then from B he is going to A prime. Is
Okay,
that
now I
okay?
understand. Exact opposite point of A along the river. Now I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, just a second. May I take the screenshot?
Yeah. And download the next question. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
So this is our next question. So what's your doubt here, Guru Krishan?
Ma'am, I was kind of confused how to approach this question, ma'am.
See here, what is A is actually set of natural number. Okay, so A is set of natural number. X such that X belongs to natural number means only natural numbers. Now what is B? B is X such that X is between -5 to 105 and X belongs to real number. So that means this B is actually open interval -5 to 105. Right? This is the set B. Now what is the set C? C is X is rational number and X is between open 10 to 80. Okay, so what is C? C is the rational number, so I can take the intersection with rational number of the interval open 10 to close 80. Okay, so this is the set C. Abbreviately, we can write in this way. A is set of natural number, B is open interval -5 to 105, C is open interval 10 to 18, intersection with Q, that is rational numbers. Now find the cardinality of the set A minus C intersection B. Okay, so first of all, figure out what is A minus C. A minus C means we have to remove from natural number to the set, this set 10 comma 18 close, intersection with Q. Okay, so first of all, figure out how many natural numbers. So what are the natural numbers we have to remove from this set? So if C is open interval 10 to 80 closed, intersection with Q, then what are the natural numbers are there? 11, 12, 13 up to 80. So these natural numbers we are removing, right? So we are left with natural numbers from 0, 1, 2 up to 10, and then from 81 up to infinity. So these are the natural numbers we have, and that means this is the set A minus C. Now what we need to do, we have to intersect with B. So what is B? B is the open interval -5 to 105. So that is, you have to intersect of, you have to take intersection of these two sets. So your set is 0, 1, 2 up to 10. And after 10, you have 81, 82 up to infinity. Right? Intersection with, what is B? B is open interval -5 to 105. Right? So how many natural numbers are there in this? So what will be the intersection we can figure out? Okay, so -5 to 0, there is nothing. 0 is the one number which is in the intersection. 1 is another number which is in the intersection 2 up to 10. Right? 81 is also there, 82 is also there, and so on up to 104. These are the numbers which are there. Right? So these are the number we have in our set. This is the set A minus C intersection B. Is that clear? How we
Yes,
reach to
ma'am.
the set? Yeah. Now what you need to do? You just have to count. Okay. So here from 1 to 10, we have 10 numbers and plus of 0. So that is plus of 1. And then from 81 to 104, how many numbers we have? So we can just subtract them and we get 3, and this will be 2, right? 23. So 23 plus this 11. So that will be our 34. So there are 34 numbers in the intersection. 35 is there.
Yeah, ma'am. I got 34.
Then which is the number we are leaving is oh, okay, so no, we also take 10. Are we counting it wrong? How many numbers are there from 81 to 104? So there are
I'm 24.
24 number is there, right? Because we can compare them. So you see, yeah. So 81, you can say that 81 is the first number, right? 82 will be your second number, right? And so on. 104 will be your 24th number, right? Because what is 104? 104 is 81 plus 23. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
So
Thank
that's why it
you.
will be your 24th number.
I was confused with the rational number part, but then
Okay.
it's clear now. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
graded assignments of mathematics 1 is still in pending, ma'am. Is
Yeah,
there
you
any
can send the
problem in that?
screenshot. I told you, send the screenshot in which whatever question you have doubts.
No, ma'am. Evaluation is pending.
Oh,
I
evaluation.
cannot see the. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am.
Yeah, it will take time. They will inform you.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, could you please repeat the last part of this same question?
This question. So see, A minus C intersection B is actually this set of numbers. The numbers from 0, the number started with 0, and then the whole 10 numbers, and then 81 to 104. Okay, so what is happening here? So 0 is our, so you can say that 1 to 10, we have 10 numbers, right? And 0 is our 11th number, 11th coordinate, 11th number. And from 81 to 104, we have actually 24 numbers. So ultimately, how many numbers are there? So 24 plus 10 plus 1, so which is 35 numbers. So the counting is 35. So that's why cardinality is 35. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go to the next question. Okay, so this is our question. So the relation between x and y is shown in table, then which among the best fit line? Okay, so what you need to do, you just have to compute the SSC related to each and every line. So here you can see that 0, 1, 3, 4, some SSC you can find out. That will be your answer. So what's your doubt here, Alok? For each line, you have to compute SSC and just find it out which option is correct. SSC has a particular formula, right? You just need to apply formula. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Yeah, in our course, we take 0 as a natural number. Okay, so I
Ma'am,
think we are done.
what's SSC, ma'am?
See, SSC is kind of method to find the error between our data set and our expression. So what happens, sometimes we want a very useful expression which can justify our data set, right? So what do? We have some data set, we have some expression. Now, how can we find out the error made by this expression judging this our data set, right? So for that error, we have one method which is known to be SSE, square some squared error method, something like this. So it's basically a formula we need to calculate, which is summation of that yi minus f of xi, this whole square. Here f of xi could be your any of the equation, and it's just a method to find out the error between the data set and whatever expression you have. That's all. Okay, so and as the error is large, you can say that that expression is not that good for expressing our data set. And if the SSC is small, that will be your best fit. So just a method to compute error. You guys know other methods to compute error too. There is some absolute error, right? So absolute error means just we take the absolute value of whatever given value minus whatever we have exact value minus practically taken value. That's also absolute error. There are so many types of error, and SSC is among them. Absolute error, relative error, right? So many types of error. Percentage error is also there. So among them, SSC just a part of just a type of an error to judge something.
All right, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So we are done with all the doubts, I guess. Yes, one doubt we have. The time? Yeah, we are, time is also good. Okay, so this is question. Which of the following statement is correct? And in
Ma'am, could
equivalence
you
relation.
please help in SSE question? That one, that question which you have shown. That
Yeah.
question could you help?
See, just compute SSC. Okay, so let's compute SSC then. I won't write down explicit formula. I hope you know the formula. I'll just try to compute it with you. So here, if you take y is equals to 2x as your expression and then compute SSC, so then this is nothing but what is the value? 1. 1 minus 0, right? Because 2 multiplied by 0 is 0. So here we will get 1 square plus 3 minus 2 will get again 1 square, right? Because see, what you can do, you can just have this thing. This is here 2x. So 2x is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Right? What do you need to do? Difference the numbers and find this their square. So here if you take the difference, you'll get 1. Here also you'll get 1. Here you'll get 0. Here you'll get 4. Here you will get 3. Here, yeah, you will get 10. And here you will get 4. And now what you'll do, you'll just square all the numbers and then add them. That will be your SSC related to this particular thing. So what is your SSC here? 1 plus 1 plus 8 plus 9 plus 100 plus 16th, right? So it's like 9, this will be 10, 26, 27 and 27, 35. So 135, right? So it's not equal to 143. That's why this option is incorrect. I may have made some calculations.
Okay.
That's how you have to do. Just use the formula and compute the SS.
So I think it should be the formula should be summation of fxi f of function of xi minus yi.
Yeah, so this is the formula. SSC is actually summation whatever numbers number of times you have to take this yi minus f of xi and then whole square. and then sum.
F
That's
of
the
xi.
formula. The
Ma'am,
relative point. This is your xi, this is your yi, and from this expression you can get f of xi. Okay. Is that okay?
And for best fit, we have to choose SSC, which has the minimum value.
Correct. That will be your best fit.
Yes, ma'am. Once again.
Whatever SSC gives you the minimum value, that will be your best fit equation.
Okay. And why is it so? Means
because see, SSC is just a count of an error,
Squared
how
error.
much error you are making. So
So
if
error
error is
must be
small, then that means the result is good, right?
understood.
Okay. So now let's.
Ma'am, for these questions, do we have to calculate all the options?
Yeah, you do have to calculate because see, the option is just very straightforward, right? If you take this expression, what will be the SSC? If you take this expression, what will be the SSC? You have to calculate. But in an exam, obviously, you won't get such a lengthy calculation.
Okay, ma'am.
You have to start from the smaller one, no?
Yeah, you can start from the smaller one, or you have to judge based on your data points. So see here what is happening, x is multiplied by 2, here x is multiplied by 3, x is multiplied by 4. So here you can judge that if you multiply x by 2, can you reach the near to these values? Okay, so if you multiply by 2, you will get 2, 2 is closer to 3. Here if you multiply it by 2, you will get 4, closer to 4. Here you multiply, then it will be tougher when you multiply the bigger number with 2. Here we have smaller numbers, right? So that's how you just have to judge. Although if you calculate the 4 or because in this option you have to calculate the 4 one, but generally start with the smaller one. That's the rule.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have our next question, which is this question. So which of the following statement is incorrect? Okay, so an equivalence relation partition a set. This is actually a correct statement. Why they are saying incorrect? An equivalence class is same as equivalence relation. This is incorrect. Antisymmetric relation is an equivalence relation. This is incorrect. Element in Cartesian product will only be in pairs. This is kind of correct. No, element in a Cartesian can only be a pair. So if they are meaning pairs of 2, then this is also incorrect. So who sent this question?
Ma'am,
Yes, Roshan.
I read correct, incorrect instead of correct. Means I read correct instead of incorrect. So
Okay.
I understand, ma'am. Okay.
Fine.
Ma'am,
Okay,
what
so
is the
that's
difference between equivalence class and equivalence relation?
So see, equivalence class is what? So equivalence relation is a relation, right? So it's a relation. But equivalence class is actually a subset. So what you have to do, so for each element, suppose A is your set. So then for each element of A, we can define an equivalence class of A, which is actually collection of all those B from A, which are related to A. So that is in A comma B type of pair is there in A. So ultimately, it's a set. It's a set, or you can say it's a subset of the set A. Okay, so that's the difference between equivalence relation and equivalence class. Equivalence class is actually a subset, and equivalence relation is a relation. It's also a subset of Cartesian product. So A cross B is there, but here we have a single set.
Can you explain with example?
With example, yeah, also. So suppose I'll take a relation that suppose A is a set of integers. I'll take a relation R on A cross A. Like R is a relation like this. Two, what I can say, the two elements are related. A and B are related if B is the multiple of A, right? So if B is equals to 5A. Okay, so what is your R? So R is actually you can start with any negative number. So I'll start with -2. So if -2 is there, -10 will be there, -1 is there, -5 will be there, and something like this, right? I'm making a mistake. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so sorry, I have taken the wrong relation. I want to take actually the modulus relation without writing the name. But So what I want to take is this relation. R is a relation where two elements A and B are related if 5 divides B minus A. Okay, so then here, what is the equivalence class of 1? So in equivalence class of 1, you will take all the integers among which if you subtract something, it is divisible by 5. So that means you can say that 1 is there and 1 after 6 is there, 6 after 11 is there, and before 1 minus 4 is there, and before minus 4 minus 9 is there. Okay, so the equivalence class of 1 will look like this because what is happening here, the difference between any two number is a multiple of 5. 6 minus 1 is 5, right? 11 minus 1 is 10, right? So this is the equivalence class of 1. And similarly, you can find out equivalence. There are actually 5 equivalence classes in this particular relation. One is equivalence class of 1. The equivalence class of 2 will be 2 will be there, 7 will be there, and 12 will be there, and so on. And over the negative side, if you want to think, then minus 3 will be there, minus 8 will be there, and so on. So this is the equivalence class of 2. Because the same reason, if you take the difference between any two number, that is multiple of 5. So these are the equivalence classes of 1, 2. Similarly, you can find the equivalence class of 3, 4, 5, and so on. So that's the definition. This is your relation and this is the equivalence class. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. It's understood.
And ma'am, can you please explain the last option of this question?
Last option. This one? Yeah, see, elements in a Cartesian product will only be in pair. So here pair means these A comma B type. But it's not always true because you can take Cartesian product of 3 set 2. A cross A cross A, right? Then the elements will be of triples, not pairs, right? Not pairs. That's why this option is incorrect. Okay.
And ma'am, how a equivalence relation partitions a set?
So actually it's a big thing. So what happens? So when you have equivalence relation, these equivalence classes possess the property that either they are equal, either equivalence classes are equal, or disjoint. So once you have an equivalence relation, then the equivalence classes, which are the subset of a set, possess this property. So ultimately, they say that they are either equal, completely equal, or completely disjoint. That means disjoint means there is no common point. So these equivalence classes will partition the set. So if you think about this relation, which we already discuss here there are actually 5 equivalence classes. One is of starting with 0 actually, but you can start with 1 and go up to 5 too. So 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there. So the equivalence class of 3 is minus 7, minus 2, 3, 8, 13, and so on, right? Equivalence class of 4 will be, you guys can learn how to find it, okay? So don't worry about that. Just listen what I'm telling. 9, 14, and so on. And equivalence class of 5 is minus 5, 0, 5, 10, 15, and so on. Okay, so here what is happening? These 5 set, so there are 5 set, right? These 5 set combiningly can give you the set of integer because you can easily find out every integer in this set. You can start with 1, right? Okay, or else you can start with 0. 0 is there, 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there. 6 is there, 7 is there, 8 is there, 9 is there, 10 is there. And you can observe that these 5 equivalence classes are entirely different. There is no common element in these 5 equivalence classes. So that's why they say that equivalence classes partition the set. So you can write down Z as the union of 1, union 2, union 3, right? Union 4 and union 5. And the specialty about this union is they all are disjoint set. There is no common element in any of the set. Okay, that's how they say that equivalence class actually partition the set. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you explain SSE?
Yeah. There is one question. Just copy it.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, actually I'm confused a bit. Shall I write the units or just write the numeric value in the graded assignment?
Only the numeric value.
Okay,
Don't
ma'am.
write down the units. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so we just discussed this question. So what is SSC? So SSC, as I told you, is just a method to compute the error. Method to compute the error between the data and the expression. Okay, so what happens? So suppose you have invested into something and your growth or your profit will depend on some particular thing. So for example, if you invested in some company, so if the company grow, then you will get a profit, but if the company moves into loss, you will have loss, right? So something like that. So what you need here is, so it will be better if you can predict the future, right? So it will be better if you have something in which if you put the time t, you will get your answer that you are getting the profit or not. Okay, so whenever we do, sorry, what?
Ma'am, it's just like the trade one.
Yeah, it's just like a thing. So we have always, by practical or by any experiment, we can only find out the data up to finitely many point. It could be in thousands or lakhs, but ultimately it's a finite thing. And if you want to predict the future, what you want to do, you want to find an expression, we can justify your data, right? For example, if I give you this set of data, like x and y, suppose 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And suppose I'll give you 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12. Okay, so here you can easily figure out that, okay, this y is growing in terms of 3x, right? So that means this y, this data is following the pattern of 3x. So here you can predict the future. Even though I haven't given you the value of y when I take the value of x to be 5, but you can tell me that if you take x is equals to 5, since your data is following the pattern of 3x, the value of y will be 3 multiplied by 5, 15. Right? So here you can predict the future. But the thing is, since here the data is working very nicely with the expression 3x. So always what we want to predict an expression which can justify our data. That's the whole purpose, or that's the very good purpose we want to find out, right? We want to find out an expression which can actually justify our data. But what will be the error we will make in this thing? Okay, so for computing that, we have a method, it's known to be SSC. There are actually several type of errors. You guys are familiar with the relative errors. In physics also you have learned there is a relative error, percentage error, absolute error. Right? So many types of error are there, and so many methods are actually there to computing the error, and SSC is actually among them. We have a particular formula to compute SSC. So SSC's formula, abbreviatory I'm writing. So it's simply I is equals to 1 to n. You can say yi minus f of xi, the whole square. Okay, so you have to do square and then you have to, that is SSC. That's all. And the minimum the SSC is, the best will be the expression, because we know that if you make a less error, we'll get a good expression. Okay, is that clear?
Here, okay, here, can you check the chat again? The first question I've put.
Yeah, so I'll copy that question. This is the question, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So here, y equal to x plus 1 hai. So here 2 we can take y on one side, right? X plus 1 minus y.
No. See, this is y is equals to
The
x plus
previous
means f of x is equals to x plus 1. So here the SSC will work like this. So see, these are the value of y. This is your y1, y2, y3, y4, and y5. Okay, these are the value of x. x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. And this is your expression f of x is equals to x plus 1. So if you are applying SSC formula here will be y1 minus x1 minus 1, right? Because f of x is x plus 1, right? The whole square plus y2 minus x2 minus 1, like this. Okay, you don't
so
have
the
to take
answer
y
that
over
we
here.
get.
So answer here, if we compute like that,
1
we
plus
will,
4 plus
yeah.
4.
Yeah, so that is 1 plus 1 is
That's
2
the
here, 2
answer.
plus 1, 3, 4, 5. Sorry? Right, so here the difference we will get, here we get 2 square, here we'll get 2 square again, and here we'll get 1 square. So it has 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square, that is 1 plus 4 plus 4, 9. Am I right?
Okay. Right.
हाँ. So this will be your answer.
तो ऊपर का क्वेश्चन था second वाला, that one can explain.
Which one?
You already copy pasted that.
Is this one? This one?
Yeah.
So here you need to calculate SSC for each expression. Same thing.
Then how will you find y?
Why? These are the yi's. These are your yi's. y1, y2, y3. And this is your f of x. So f of x is equals to 2x. Okay, you have to take f of x
Then
is
how
equals
will
to
we
x. They are explicitly given.
Like,
See, just let me know what's your doubt here.
okay, fine. I mean, I'll do it.
Do you get my point? So are you getting
Yeah, yeah.
confused with f of x or yi's?
Yeah, that's what. Now it's clear. I'll do it.
Yeah. So whatever expression is there, that is your f of x, and whatever table is given, that is your yi's. Okay. Fine.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other doubts from anyone?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'm
Ma'am,
telling that what is the
just-
difference between intercept form and slope intercept form?
Slope intercept form uses both intercepts, x and y. Slope intercept form uses slope and the intercept. That's the only difference. And also it doesn't matter whatever form you will use. So they are all almost equal.
No, in some question they are specifically asking for intercept form, and in some question they are specifically asking
See,
for slope
slope
intercept.
intercept form look like this. Y is equals to mx plus c. Intercept form look like this. X by a, y by b is equals to. That's all.
And what's the difference between slope intercept and intercept form?
That's the difference. See, it look like this. It will look like
No,
this.
in graph once you can show.
No, there is no difference in graph because both represent the same equation of line.
Straight line only.
Same line they will represent. Yes, someone was telling, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shashwati.
Yes, ma'am. My question is that can SSC be 0 or negative?
It could be 0, but it cannot be negative. See, SSC could be 0. This is possible as I have already given you this example, this 3x pattern. So suppose y is equals to 3x is given to you and see the same data set is given to you. In this case, if you compute SSC, you will get 0. But SSC cannot be negative because see what is happening. We are summing the positive numbers. We are summing the squares, right?
Squares
And a
is
square
there.
quantity is not,
Yes, ma'am.
cannot be negative. So
Okay, ma'am.
SSC cannot
Thank
be
you.
negative. Fine. Okay, then is there any other doubt? If not, we can wind up our session here.
Ma'am,
Sorry, what?
what are the
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Sanya, what's your question?
In quiz one questions, we are having negative marking or what?
No, we don't have negative marking.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, someone was saying something, no?
Yeah, ma'am. I was asking that practical uses of SSE in practical.
See, that's the practical uses. So, for example, if you are in a lab and you computed several data points over something, suppose a machine is given to you, and as the machine works with the time, it got heat up, right? So, there is a time and there is a heat. So, they both are related. So, you have some data points, and if you want to judge that, okay, this in future, if you put some time of workload over that machine, how much it's going to heat up, right? So just expression and data set, that's the most applicable thing. So if you have a minimum SSC, you can predict the future very nicely that, okay, this could be the range of temperature we can get, something like this.
Ma'am, will the paper will be in OMR, MCQ, or a written paper?
It will be computer based exam. So have you gone to any computer based exam like GE and all? It
No.
will be similar like that.
Okay.
Yes, Deep Prakash, what you are saying?
Yes, ma'am. I was saying that. So it will just we can identify that that heat, how much heat is lost by friction or
Yeah, something
difference.
like that. We won't get exact thing, but we can predict the range.
Assume, we can assume.
Assume, right? Error we have, so plus or minus that error, we can say.
Understood, understood.
Okay, then see you guys in the next session. Thank you for joining.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is that
Yes, you
SSC question, the SSC number should be the least, right? To be the answer?
Yeah. Yeah. If the best fit they are asking, then SSC should be least. Because as the least SSC, the expression will be a good expression for us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so next class will be on week 3 summary. So see you in that class.
And in that day, we will get the our doubts will be cleared.
Yeah, you can ask doubt at the end, but that class will be focused on week 3 summary first. Because also you can ask the doubt because week 3 summary is not that much. We just have parabolas. You guys already know parabolas, so we'll just briefly introduce them, cover all the fact. It will wind up in within 1 hour. So we can have doubts on the next hour. So you can come up with your doubts too.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.